So today you might see the irrigation gun going off. It's April 1st. It's the earliest we have ever set on the irrigation, and the reason why we fertilized about it was Saturday, and it was supposed to be Sunday. We're supposed to get some rain. Never got rain, and yesterday was 21 degrees. Today is supposed to get upwards of close to 19 degrees. And the fertilizer needs to get washed into the ground, so that's the only reason why we're fertilizing. The ground doesn't really need irrigation, but it is drying out. I'll show you in a sec here. Actually, I'll show you right now. You can see the fertilizers right there, and it's it's breaking down pretty good. You can see it's kind of just. There's another little spot here. You can see it's just powdery, and it used to be granular. So not too sure if you can see that, but that's the reason why we're irrigating, just to wash that into the ground. You can see the top layer here is getting dry. Like, you can see that's getting crumbly, right? But I mean, down underneath here, it's moist, right? Oh, there's some worms there. Look at that. I don't know, little baby worm. So those are good to have in your field. We got lots of nice organic matter. You can see the manure from last fall. That's over here. Go out to the reels. We put out some auto shut-offs, and go out to one of the reels that's on right now, and I'll show you how it works. It's actually really cool. Just gonna make an adjustment here on the gun, get a little closer to the edge of the field. Over there is pretty good. Clicks over pretty nice. Just move this a little bit, because the stop will hit this one here. So we'll just move it just a tad. Then we'll see how close it gets to the road here. So that's almost perfect. This stop here will hit this. I'll show you as it works here. So it's coming back towards the road. There you go. There it clicks back over. April 1st, irrigating already. Pound a big stake in the ground, and I put this plastic thing around. So then the hose rubs along here. And the reason for that is because the road is curved. It curves over that way. So we want to get nice and close to the edge of the field here. So that's the reason why we have this peg over here. And then we have another one down past that gun there. And we better move out of the way quick before we get hosed. I don't want to get wet yet. See how the line curves, right? And this is the other peg here, and if you look real close, you can see the line moving. You can see it's worn into that pipe, so I'd rather this being worn out, and you can easily replace this PVC over this hose, because this hose is super expensive. So this is one of the reels we upgraded to for last season, Pro Rain. We added this auto shut-off valve because you don't have to rush out to the field to turn off your guns when it comes up onto the cart. When the gun comes in, it hits this bar lifts up and hits this stop here, which pushes this into the control here, which kicks it out of gear. You can see that inside here somewhere, one of the gears in there. So I'll show you. I'll actually open this up. So here's the turbine. This is the motor that controls how open the turbine is, and that adjusts your speed. So the rod that gets pushed in from the outside bar there that I showed you is this bar here, which goes to here. So this gets pushed, which kicks that out of gear, I believe. I'm pretty sure that's what kicks it out. This goes into gear. It tells you here, if you can see, 9 inches we're putting out. We're doing 131 feet an hour. So that's the update on this reel. We have 2 reels with this auto shutoff valve that relieves the pressure of getting out to the field to shut these irrigation reels off. And I mean by shutting the water off, because otherwise it'll just sit here. If I didn't have that shutoff valve, I would have to come here, turn off this so that it wouldn't make a big mud hole over here. Another thing I want to show you too, the new weather stations we put up. So yeah, we got some weather stations, 2 weather stations. We got one over here, one up on the top there, fully over there in sandy, so it dries out a bit quicker. So that's why we decided to go with 2 weather stations. So it's from Valley Pro Auto Track. This is probably some wireless sensors. This is the rain, right? You can see inside there, tracking on that on my cell phone. I'll just show you a minute here. Okay, so this one particular one here is called bottom east. So if I click on bottom east, this irrigation, what it actually does to the soil, CBs, I guess the higher the number, the wetter it is. So I'm not too sure if you can see that. 18, 12, and 9. This is at the 3-foot level, and then it goes to the 2-foot, and then the 1-foot. I want to see the rain, and I want to see 1 week worth. There's absolutely no rain on here for the last week. If you look back at March 8th, 2.2 millimeters. March 18th we had 2.79, so we got very little rain. So the last rain we had was March 24th, 1 mil. We're very dry this year. So yeah, that gives you a little bit of the connection parts to this weather station here. We have it set, I think, for, what did I tell you, 5.59 inches. So we'll see what this weather station picks up. Let's take a look at the alfalfa fields right now while we're out here. I think it's coming alive. I'll show you. Little nodes here. Starting to come, guys. April 1st. You can see the manure still from last fall. So this screen is new. It's more of a control panel. So this tells you how many amps we're at. This is our variable drive speed unit. There's just some extra controls on here. It tells you amperage and things like that. So it actually variable drive that runs this pump. It'll slow down if you bring your pressure down. So I'll do that a sec just to show you. So if we go to settings, we type down to the pressure. We had it set for 113. We'll put it down to, let's say, we'll put it down to 100. Just for, and you'll hear, if I press next or enter, listen very carefully, you'll hear the pump actually wind down a bit through this VFD. So I'll press enter in 1, 2, 3. I don't know if you heard that, but the pump actually slowed down pretty good. So I'll put it back to 113, 113, enter, and the pump kicked back up to where it was supposed to be. I have it set now to 113, and the actual is climbing slowly, so it actually does it very gradually, and you can see that. It's hitting 111. You can see it's hitting the 112 mark now. So that's how that works. So it's kind of cool. And sometime this week we're going to replace our check valve. But yeah, it's a beautiful day out. April 1st. Creek is nice and clean yet. So we don't have to worry about sand quite yet. Wonder if I should put this in the water. Let's try it. Here we go. Okay, it's waterproof. I'm gonna do it. It's waterproof. Let's see, here we go. There. You guys still with us? Clean out the screen. There, good as new. What do you think? I think it's pretty cool. I like irrigation season, especially when you first fire things up, when you got a beautiful sunny day. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Very beautiful country to live in. We're very blessed over here in Lumbee. Come here, Reggie. Sit down. Sit. You stay, Reggie. You stay. Stay, Reggie. Stay. Good boy, Reginald. No, sit down. Sit. Stay. 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 Good doggy, Reggie. You stay.